Yeah, for sure. So I have a question on the same line of kind of stuff. What do you think about now? Like a lot of these bodybuilders are dying. Cedric had recently passed away. Like there's, some guys who aren't as in the circuit of bodybuilding, but like Boston Lloyd had recently passed away. Obviously, Rich passed away in the past, but even more like pros are passing away here and there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Everybody's body is different though, so
Yeah.
everybody has their own way of doing things. It's kind of hard. When I was coming up, we had one guy die, and they started drug testing every show.
Yeah.
He died because of diuretics, of course,
Yeah, very hard on the body.
So they start drug testing for diuretics every show, and nobody passed away, nobody died or nothing until they stopped. And I'll never forget when they stopped. They stopped. He died in, what year was that? 1995 or 1996, I think.
Who was it? Did he die on
It
stage?
was Benaziza. He died on the European tour. And they drug tested every single show after that.
In the IFBB?
In the IFBB.
What? I thought they didn't drug test in the IFBB.
Yeah, they did because one guy died.
Yeah.
And the vice president wasn't having it back then. He knew what that would do to the sport.
Yeah.
So it was a drug test, and it was a real one.
Yeah.
It wasn't no fake one. You couldn't say, yeah, I took the test, but it wasn't a real test. It was a real test, and if you fail, they took your prize money.
Really?
Yeah. NASA failed. They took his money. That was in 1997.
Were they testing for diuretics specifically? Because they knew that everyone was on gear.
They were testing for diuretics specifically.
Okay, so it wasn't like you're on gear, you can't.
No, it wasn't for any gear, because he didn't die because of that. He died
Right.
because of the diuretics.
Yeah.
And that's what they tested for.
Yeah, the Lasix, Aldactone, that kind of shit.
All that, yeah.
Yeah.
So we couldn't take any diuretics back then
Okay.
until 2001 when Jay failed the test.
And then they stopped. Then they stopped testing.
Yep, because Jay told him he was gonna sue him,
Oh.
and they were like, okay, well, we won't
keep testing.
we won't get.
Oh.
and you get a chance to keep your prize money too. So
So Jay changed that.
Jay.
Wow.
Jay changed that. Yeah.
Damn.
They didn't test no more after that.
Yeah. So what do you think a bodybuilder would need to like be aware of? Because obviously gear is not the healthiest thing in the world for anyone to be doing, right?
No. I did a full, complete blood test
I love this. Yeah.
at least 3 times a year.
I love it.
Test determine my liver function, my kidney function,
Your heart.
my heart,
Yeah.
everything. I did a full blood work every single year, 3 times a year.
Yeah.
And it always came back good.
Yeah.
I'm still doing it today.
Of course.
Once I found out, if you do everything the right way, you won't.
Yeah.
You'll stay alive. And my doctor would tell me, man, your blood panel look better than mine. I'm like,